Hello everybody and welcome back to Modern Minecraft with Red. This is episode 39, I think it is. Holy cow, these episodes are running by really fast. Anyway guys, last episode we went ahead and we set up all of these electrolytic separators, which are doing a fantastic job. As you can see, they are producing plenty of hydrogen, plenty of oxygen. The pipes are finally now starting to get filled up because remember, these pipes can carry or hold rather 16 buckets, a little over 16 buckets per tick, and transfer just over 4 buckets per tick, which translates to 80 buckets per second that these pipes can transfer. So it's going to take them a little bit of time to completely fill up, so the electrolytic separators shut down, which will then shut down the gas burning generators. Because the way that we have it set up is we have it set up so it will hold on to all oxygen that the electrolytic separator produces, and once that gets full it won't produce any more, which means that the gas burning generators will burn up all of the hydrogen that they have, again pumping it into the energy conduit here, just kind of supplementing our power use. And once they are out of hydrogen, they will shut down. As soon as we start using that oxygen though, these electrolytic separators will kick back on, start producing everything again, and away we go. As you can see, I have all of these set up to dumping access, so just in case our hydrogen ever gets too full and we don't catch it in time because our generators cannot keep up with the hydrogen production, they don't shut down on us. So right now everything seems to be okay. This one looks like it might be, dumping a little bit of extra hydrogen. So, we may look into adding 1 or 2 more of the gas burning generators just to keep up with the production over here, because we want to try to be as resourceful as possible. We also ran all of the wiring and moved these over 1 block. Of course, this is completely full of oxygen, so we have ore tripling as of right now. We just don't have any way to smelt that. Well, let's go ahead and fix that. For now, we are going to set up the mechanism. Let's look it up here. Not the basic smelting, but we need to build one of those. The smelting factory. So right there, the basic smelting factory, which is going to require an energized smelter, which is another one of these steel casings. We used up all of those last time, so we will make one of those, and a couple of basic controllers or an electronic circuit from IC2, some redstone, some iron, and of course it didn't move the casing for whatever reason. There we go, there's our steel casing, just like that. Well, that gave us an enrichment chamber. Why did that give us an enrichment chamber? Basic smeltering, energized smelter, steel casing, glass. That is why. So let's get some redstone. We'll probably end up using this enrichment chamber later, so don't worry about that, guys. That was just a little bit of a derp on my part. I clicked on the wrong thing. So let's go ahead and we will get that going. But first, we need the energized smelter, which means we need another steel casing. There we go. Smelting, energized smelter. There we go, make sure we're driving the right thing. Energized smelter, yes, cool. There we go. And let's go ahead and take this up as far as we can. Hopefully we can get it all the way up. We're going to need some advanced circuits. Do we have any in the system? We do not. That's fine though, we can easily get a couple of those. Just like so. And we will come back here. Grab that, put our smelter in there, and nothing is happening. What is going on here? Oh, because we didn't make the basic. Boy, I am just derping left and right today. So there's the basic smelting factory. Let's get the advanced smelting factory. There we go. Now we're sucked and dazzle, as Mr. Jacksepticeye would say. Yes, I am a fan of Jack's. I do like his content. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a couple more of these circuits. 2, 3, 4, about 4 of them should do plenty fine. We need only 2 of them. There we go. We got a few in reserve now. And smelting factory elite. Cool. So there's that. Let's grab ourselves some conduit. Just a few pieces. And one other thing that we're going to make that we haven't made yet, because we're going to be doing a little bit more work with the applied energistic system. And as we know, the Yeta wrench doesn't like to work with the applied energistic system too well. We're going to make the crescent hammer. Crescent hammer, very simple. 3 pieces of iron, piece of tin, boom, crescent hammer, done. Got it. Cool. It's just one more wrench that we can use that will help us out in our endeavors with what we are building and whatnot. And like I said, it becomes kind of a pain in the rear having the Yeta wrench not work with everything properly. But as you can see, the crescent wrench will work just fine on conduits. The only thing that it will not do is it will not scroll like the Yeta wrench will. So we can only do basic operations with these conduits, but that's fine at this point because that's all we really wanted to do. So we will grab our elite smelting factory, place it down on the line, and there we go. It's got power. It is set up. We are good to go for auto processing. However, there's an issue. While this is all well and good, we are going to need some way of transferring stuff out of the ender chest fast, quick, and in a hurry, and basically have a storage system so that while this is getting dumped, we have a mass amount of storage so that these machines are always running and this thing isn't getting backlogged. Well, for that, we are going to make another subsystem, just like we did downstairs. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves. Off camera, I made another controller from Applied Energistics. Sorry, that storm's got me kind of worried, and I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. I also made another drive. And I made 3 64K storage cells. Now to make the 64K, first off, we have already seen how to make 4K because that's what we have down here. Well, to make the 64K, you need 16K, some glowstone, an engineering processor, and some quartz glass. To make the 16K, it is 3 of the 4Ks, glowstone, quartz glass, and engineering processor. So I just taught the system how to make those all on its own, so we don't have to worry about that. I also upgraded our system just a tad downstairs, being that it knows how to make 64K. I added 4 more processors, and they are both 64K crafting storages, rather. So now we can build even larger. Hello, Mr. Slime. Goodbye, Mr. Slime. Walking around with a crab on your head. Yeah. Goodbye, y'all. Goodbye. Get lost. Get lost. Thank you. Alrighty. So yeah, now we have room to craft more things, because remember, everything that we craft has a storage size that is associated with it, and if you do not have enough storage, you will not be able to craft. Well, this gives us more storage, and we will be filling this out even more. Basically the entire inside will be full by the time we are done with that system, and we will be able to craft just about anything that we want. And so now keeping keeping an eye on that storm. Looks like it has gone up to severe status. Oh, joy of joys. We will put our slime balls away. And we are going to grab this cell workbench that we created way earlier in the season, because we'll be needing that as well. And Mother Nature, don't you do it. If it's just a severe storm, I can deal with that. But, please, nothing else. So, let us go ahead and grab some more conduit. Just a few pieces. Yeah, I already had a little bit on us. 32, hey, that's exactly how many I wanted. And we're going to need some cable. Let's go ahead and grab some smart cable, grab a little bit of dense cable, and we'll grab quite a bit of our regular quartz fiber cable. And we're also going to need a fiber cable, quartz fiber cable. And don't you do it. Please do not do it. So let's come down here and take a look to where we can run our cable up and out. You know what? Let us just take a look and see what happens. You know what? We can even take a look at our map and see where about we are going to come up. We're going to come up just about right in the center. Well, that works for me. If we came over here just a little bit more. You know what? I think I kind of like it coming up right in that corner there. So let's go ahead and start digging up and see what we come across here. And we're in the middle of one of our areas. That's fine. This is just the mine. It's not that big of a deal. And it looks like we came right up through the middle of a pillar, which is exactly what I was hoping to have happen. Don't do it. Which means that we would have come up. Let's see here. Pillar, where? Hey, whoa. No, you fly now. Let's just trying to see if we can take a peek at whereabouts we came out. Right there. Cool. Almost like I planned that, and honestly, I did not. I had no idea where we were going to come out. So that's awesome. So let's go ahead and run our smart cable from right here. And yeah, for now we'll be good with this. We will upgrade this a little bit later so that it you know, has more. And we're actually going to want to go down. And now where do we want this ME system? Probably here, pretty close. So let's go ahead and set this up real quick. We're going to want the controller close by to power, obviously. We know the power line is coming through right here. So, boy, you know what? Let's set the controller right here. Let's not and say that we did. Let's set it back here against the wall. And we will double check this storm. Okay, it's just a severe storm. Hopefully it will not intensify anymore. Ah, boy, I'm not sure if I like it there either. But I think it would be best to put it there. We can always kind of move it around a little bit later. So for now, we're just going to put our drive right there. And let's see here. Like I said, I didn't really think this out too much before I started. I probably should have. So this is going to go here. We'll go down into Ender mini form. This is going to come over like this. But it can't, because we need it to come over like that, and run along this line here. Because otherwise we're going to be going into our stairwell. We don't want to be going into the stairwell. So there's that. Let's come back out here. Just, fill that in for now. Stop herp derping. Come on, fly. Thank you. And let's come down here. We know we went right to the edge. There it is. So we can just kind of replace that. Ow, ow, what are you doing? Stop that. Why do you keep doing that to me? There we go. And then what we will do from here is we have our ME controller right there. We are actually going to run a smart fiber cable down here just so we can keep tabs on things. Bring this over. You know what? Let's bring it over like that instead. Grab our crescent hammer and fix that mistake. There we go. We will run it all the way over. This way we have a line at least running all the way across up here. So there we go. And no, really. It's slightly irritating. We will run that like that. And on here we are going to throw that quartz fiber cable just so that we can connect this up. It'll get power. But remember, no data is going to be transferred at this point in time because of the fact that, you know, it only allows the transfer of power and nothing else. So there we go, our ME drive is online. Go ahead and put down our factory block again. Get out of this Ender mini form. And there we go. Now in here, we can just go ahead and start throwing in our ME storages. These are going to be set up a little bit later on with our cell workbench. Problem is that we don't have anything right now that we can use, or we don't have much that we can use to set it up. So from here, we are going to come down here and double check the storm. Storm's still okay. Let's teach the system how to make a bus. A couple of buses. We are going to want it to learn how to make an export bus, which is very similar to the import bus we've already made, only it's a regular piston instead of a sticky piston, formation core, iron ingot. Cool. Except we don't know how to make pistons, so let's teach the system how to make pistons real quick. Or it doesn't know how to make pistons. I might have already taught that. I did teach it how to make pistons. Alright, so let's make about 10 of these pistons real quick. There we go, and now we can make the export bus. Just overwrite that pattern, there we go. The import bus we are also going to need, which is a sticky piston, which is a piston, some sort of slime ball or raw rubber, We have plenty of raw rubber, so I will use that and just make one of those real quick to make our import bus. Again, a couple pieces of iron, the sticky piston, and an annihilation core this time, and teach that to the system. So let's come down here, and we can just throw it in the line right down here. There we go. Import bus, export bus. Now we can tell the system, let's also tell it that we want it to know how to make acceleration cards. Since we're here doing this, we might as well get it all set up with some sort of flux crystal. Which, yeah, we have plenty of pure, so that works. Okay, we're also going to want to teach it how to make the capacity cards, which is a basic card, basically almost identical to the regular advanced cards, only you use gold instead of diamond. There we go. Teach you how to make that and the basic cards. Also going to teach you how to make a capacity upgrade. This makes the input-output buses and a few other buses work a little bit more efficiently. Also going to grab a fuzzy card, which is any type of wool, and an advanced card. Teach you how to make that. And we are going to teach you how to make a redstone card, which is the basic card, redstone torch. I know it knows how to make redstone torches. We'll tell it to make one of those real quick, thank you. And there we go. Just kind of doing some preemptive work here. We are going to need all of those at some point here. So there's that card. We'll come back up here. And we will just start laying these out here. And we'll just try and keep them all together so they're, you know, nice and neat. Storm dissipating. Awesome. Thank you, Mother Nature. Appreciate the break this time. And we will put that stuff away. Put the factory block, the cobblestone, ME table, the marble, and the andesite goes out here. Got some copper, which we will actually hold on to that. And now, let us do what we need to do. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing, guys. If that's not obvious by now, well, then you're watching the wrong series. Anyway, let's come back out here and grab the tables that I just put away. Because I was like, yeah, no, we don't need any more tables. Everything's run. Really, Red. Really. So let's come back up here. And we will put one of these. Wow. I am really on top of it, aren't I, guys? I need the table there. And we're going to need 4 of these acceleration cards, which we have just 4 sitting around. That's perfect. And we're going to need the import bus. So there we go, 1 import bus. And while I'm thinking of it, let's go ahead and get the system set up so that we don't have to worry about anything. So what I'm going to do is break that, and right here I am going to place, instead of a table, I'm going to place an ME interface right there. And then I will pick up that table and place down the fiber right there, and then replace that table right there. There we go. Now it's still getting power, but we can utilize that interface here a little bit later when we need it. Because with this having everything, we're going to take our import bus now. We're going to place it there. Let's go ahead and throw our acceleration cards and watch how fast this thing gets cleared out. Look at that. So now, in between the last episode and the previous episode, like I said, I went ahead and I moved the Ender-quarry. Or not moved the Ender-quarry, but moved the markers for the Ender-quarry. Let's go take a look real quick. We take a look up here. You can see there's marker 1. We're closing in on it 40 meters. But if we look all the way out there, we can see that it is 1,009 meters out in that direction for marker 2. And it's only 996. That's because we are not directly on top of this ender marker here. If we are, there we go. We can see that we are 1,007 in that direction and 1,006 in that direction. So, and that's at the end of the chunk. So if we pull up our chunks, basically from this block here all the way down there, about 1,005 blocks, 1,004 blocks, it will get, and from this block all the way to 1,005 blocks that way. All of this is our mining territory. And we could have gone on forever. I could have made this however large I wanted to. Somehow I don't think we're going to get through this entire quarry before the season is out. But who knows? We might. So we'll drop back down here, and timing's good today, guys. At least something's good today. I clicked on that before we even hit. So there we go. We will come back over here. And with this emptied out, we're going to want to make one other thing. So we'll just teach it directly to the system. We are going to want a crafting terminal. Well, we're going to want it to know how to make crafting terminals. It knows how to make everything else so far. So let's make a panel. Actually 3 of them, because that's how they come. Grab one of those. There we go. There is our interface, or our ME terminal, which that's what we're going to want out there. But while we're doing it, we might as well teach it how to make crafting terminals. So that way we can just say, hey, we need another crafting terminal, or hey, we need another, standard terminal, and it'll be like, okay, and whip one up for us, and we don't even have to worry about it. Nothing like having automation reproducing itself, right? So if we take a look, all of that ore, limestone, everything is in here. And if we take a look, we are using 45 of 63 types, and as of right now, it is about a little over a third full. If we go ahead and turn this on, we will see that it quickly ramps up and starts filling out this chest, and the input bus just starts sucking it in fast, quick, and in a hurry with those 4 acceleration cards. So this chest should not get completely full, but if we look in here, yeah, we are getting a ton of resources now. And in the next episode, we're going to sort this out and get it all figured out so that the stuff that we did a ton of is taken care of, and the stuff we don't care about gets tossed, like this amber ore here. That's crap. We don't really want any of the limestone anymore, I don't think, although we have a barrel out there, so we may utilize the barrels, but we will get all of this, like I said, sorted out and continue working on our auto processing. It's getting there, guys. But yeah, there we go. It completely emptied out this chest, and it's keeping up with the Ender-quarry now. How cool is that? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down so that we don't fill up this system just yet. Because yeah, 10,000 stone already. Stone is going to be our biggest thing. We are going to fill up on stone before we fill up on anything else. So stick around, guys. I hope you liked the episode so far. I'm sorry, the series so far. I hope you liked this episode as well. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up icon and let me know that you liked it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification icon next to the subscribe button so that you know when the new episodes come out. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook. It's at Irish Red Gaming or /Irish Red Gaming for Facebook.com. And also make sure to leave a comment below if you have something in your mind that you're just not sure how to build, or would like possibly a tutorial on how to build something. I'm definitely not against that, and I will help you guys out as much as I can on that. So I hope you have a great one, guys, and until the next video, I will talk to you then. See ya.